point standings, Terry French. Of course, Terry's been going very well as of late, bike number 442 on that Suzuki in the 750 class. Here we go. We're looking for a good race in the open class. Once again, Kenny Kopecky getting a lightning start. Will he lead him into turn number 1? No. Chuck Magnuson's going to lead him into turn number 1. This guy was a bullet last weekend, and he's starting off the same way he did last weekend. Magnuson leading Kopecky around turn number 2. Here we go with the 750 class. Earl Roloff gets that wheel up in the air, and it looks like he's going to lead him into turn number 1. Earl Roloff leading the 750 class in turn number 1. Chuck Graves following right in behind. So it's Roloff and Graves, 1-2 as they go into turn number 1. Got already in that open class. So we mentioned last weekend he dominated all the races he was in. The rider out of Chicago, Illinois. Magnuson, boy, he's got some kind of a motor on that one, and look at that, he's leaving Kenny Kopecky behind. And Barry Burke back there in third. Going to try and make a move on Kopecky, pulls level with him, and Kopecky says no way, shuts the door on him into 1. Oh, a terrific scrap in the 750 class going around turn number 8 right now. It's Roloff, but he's got 4 riders breathing down his neck, and they're going all over the road to try and get around him. And they come out of turn number 9. Roloff looks over his shoulder, and he's got guys breathing down his neck. The 750 contingent through with Chuck. Then came Peter Christensen running there in 5th on the Kawasaki, and in 6th spot 489, that was going to be Tom Kopp on the Suzuki. Surprisingly enough, Terry French not up there in that leading group. Leading overall right now, it's still Magnuson, and boy, he's really pulling out a big lead now over Kopecky and Burke. In fact, it looks like Burke might have taken over second. Let's check this out. Here come your leaders. They're trying to get a lap time on Magnuson this time because Kopecky is always hovering around the 130 mark. Magnuson's got to be going under 130 the way he's flying out here today. Here he comes out of 9, coming down to complete another lap. He did this last weekend, won 3 races wide open, and he's doing it again. Kopecky having all kinds of problems with Burke. Burke's got a lot of straightaway speed, but then he brakes very early, and Kopecky brakes very late going into 1 and takes over second spot once again. This straightaway is just not long enough. It's Roloff. Graves hanging right onto it with Perez. Then comes Christensen now up in 4th spot. So Christensen on the move. Please report to Danny Farnsworth's van, please. Walt Nitto. Please report to Danny Farnsworth's van. If there's anybody down in the paddock that happen to have the instruments or the tools to cc of motor. We'd like to have him down the start-finish line. Magnuson goes by with a 131.6, 98.1 miles an hour for Magnuson. Check Magnuson out of Chicago, Illinois, as he heads around turn number 1, a 131.6, 98.1 miles an hour for your leader. It's still Kopecky in second spot, Burke in third spot, and you're right, Larry, they go into turn number 1 about the same speed, but Burke's got to get on the brakes sooner because he's going in there a lot faster, and that's when Kopecky more or less takes that position back away from him. Here comes two riders side by side. Chris Mallory's one of them, and of course, Roloff in a heated battle with Graves right now. Yeah, 750 battle catch in the open bikes right now. It still looks like it's Kenny Perez in third spot. Uh-oh, Barry Burke, bike number 97, rode off the track in turn number 4, and he's more or less lost his position. He's still on the bike, but he's lost his position. Barry Burke off the course. We'll be breaking for lunch right after this event. Then we'll have the track tour, and then we'll continue on. In fact, we want to get some interviews here during the lunch break. Maybe we'll interview Myra this time. We're going to start the next race at 1:20. That'll be in about an hour and 10 minutes from now. That's it. Barry Burke, more or less, is given second place to Kenny Kopecky. Once again, Kenny Kopecky in a very lonely second place. Been that way all year long. That's why he's got a girlfriend now, because he every time he gets out on the track, he's the only guy. There's nobody ever around this guy. Craig Beecher now running in third spot on the Kawasaki. Then comes Roloff running fourth overall, first in class, and Graves hanging really close to him. Remember now, Roloff on the Kawasaki is picking up $500, and Graves would like nothing more on that Suzuki than to snatch that. Terry French, who was going very quickly here the last couple of months, slowing down tremendously down this front straightaway here. Evidently he's got some sort of a mechanical problem, and he is slowing up. Magnuson coming by again with about 3/4 of a straightaway lead now over Kenny Kopecky coming down here in second. Magnuson on the Suzuki, Kopecky on a Suzuki, and then Craig Beecher coming by here on the Kawasaki in third. Coming in fourth spot, it's Earl Roloff, and Roloff creeping in on some of these open class bikes. Here they come out of 9. Roloff still isn't done yet. He's got Graves. Any kind of mental error on Roloff's part, and Graves will take away the lead. Here comes Roloff, and Graves catching up a little bit on Earl that time. Graves got a good drive out of 9, and he's picking up all kinds of real estate on Roloff as they go into turn number 1. Kevin Arians trying to make a move for third spot on Peter Christensen. Christensen up there along with Arian in that battle for third spot in the 750 class. We need to see bike number 120, Walt Nitto, over there to Danny Farnsworth's van. We've called you up there once, Walt. If you're not over there in the next 10 minutes, you're going to be disqualified for the whole day. Walt Nitto? Oh, we're going to disqualify you from that last race. So, Walt, we need you over there to Danny Farnsworth's van immediately. Here comes Roloff, and I'm telling you, Graves is on him now. He's going to try and make a move on the leader. He pulls level with Roloff. Can he outbreak it from there? Looks like he's going to, and Graves takes over the lead. that maneuver, and let's... Roloff's real strong points are on this track are in turn number 2, and if Graves can hold him off there, he might have a chance to beat him, and he did hold him off there. So Graves may be in a good position to snatch one away from Earl here as they come down to the white flag. Chance to look over the shoulder and roll off. These guys are equally matched here. Suzuki and Kawasaki, 2.5 miles to go. Magnuson's going to take the easy win, but we've got to concentrate on this 750 race on this last lap. It is Graves and Roloff. Roloff now is strong point coming up right now, turn number 2. The Suzuki in the lead, Roloff on the Kawasaki in second spot. And Graves is holding off Roloff right now as they head around 2. He was hoping he could do it in turn number 2. Here goes Chuck Graves and Roloff up the hill for the last time. Roloff, who had the lead for 6 of the 8 laps, in jeopardy of losing $500 from Kawasaki if he can't pick up a win here. The Suzuki of Chuck Graves holding him off right now. Look at this battle for third spot right behind him between Christensen and the Ducati rider. The overall leader, Magnuson, takes the checker flag. An easy win for Chuck Magnuson. That's 4 in a row for him now, if you count last week. Let's concentrate on that 750 battle now. Roloff going to try and set up Graves for a pass. We've got Christensen running in third spot, gaining on him, along with the Ducati rider. That's Kevin Arian, and here they come. And it looks like Graves is going to hold him off as they come out of turn number 9. Oh, no, he got a bad drive, and Roloff get into the drive, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like Graves is going to take it. Roloff finishes second. Look at third place. It's going to be close. Arian and Christensen gets him. Oh, great race for third. Christensen just gets him. And those guys were gaining on the leaders. So those were the fastest guys out there right then. It is. You've got to remark, even though Kevin Arian fell short on that race, you got to realize he's got only half the cylinders, so he's putting a hell of a ride in on that Ducati. Of course, Ben Williams on it.